I'm here in Medjugorje and I'm with, what's your name?
Jeanette Fitzsimons.
And where are you from?
I'm from Belfast in the north of Ireland.
And you said, how often have you been in Medjugorje?
I've been here 5 times now
5 times.
in 2 years.
In 2 years. Why do you come back so often?
Our Lady's here.
Yeah.
It's heaven on earth. And even today I'm leaving and my heart's just soaring because you just feel such peace here and it's just absolutely amazing. It's just wonderful. Our Lady is here, her Son is here, and just the graces and the blessings and just the outpouring of grace that you get here is just
What happened
unbelievable.
to you? What happened to you?
Well, I've been wanting to come here for 30 years. From I was a child. I first heard about Medjugorje when I was at school. I went to a school on the Falls Road called St Dominic's, and a nun came to the school and told us about Medjugorje in 1981 when I was in first year, and that stuck in my heart. And I wanted to come, and there was always a reason why I couldn't come. Got married, had children, no money. Actually, just the usual. There was always money being. But Our Lady was always calling me out. And eventually, just during COVID 2 years ago, my father had passed away 2 years before that, and I was in just such heartfelt grief. And I just thought I needed to come out here, and I needed to get healing, and I needed to pray to my father, and I needed to pray for my father. And I said to my husband, I have to get to Medjugorje. Now, you can come with me, or you can stay here. I have to go. And I literally booked it that day, and we went out 3 weeks later. And my husband, at that point, I've always had faith in that I'm a Catholic, in inverted commas. And my husband was baptised a Catholic, but maybe wasn't really practicing. And he said to me, right, I'm not doing any of the holy stuff. I'll come out, I'll climb the mountains, I'll do whatever it is, but I'll meet you for lunch and dinner. And I said, right, okay, no problem. He was coming out to keep me company. And then whenever we did come out, Our Lady does her work, and bang, it was actually, he was the person that was meant to come out. And he was the one that got all the healings and the graces. Well, we both did, but and has just strengthened everything, our marriage, our family. We got so many healings, so many blessings. The graces that we got from Our Lady were just unbelievable. And I got Our Lady allowed me to receive a message from my father, and I knew that he was in heaven because he was a saint, he was a living saint. And so I went home from here, and I was no longer grieving because I realised and I knew that my father was in heaven. And the first day that I was walking across this pedestrian crossing and I was going to the chapel, I actually turned to the person who was our leader and I said, I'll be bringing young people back here. And please God, in Easter time, I teach in Our Lady's Grammar School in Newry. It's a wonderful school, wonderful staff, absolutely amazing pupils. And we have 40 girls signed up to come out to Medjugorje at Easter.
Wow.
40 teenagers. So Our Lady wants young people out here, and that's what's going to happen. I also then, when I came home, I have 4 children, and I've been blessed with 4 wonderful, wonderful children. And when we came back home, as soon as we came in through the door, we told our kids about everything that had happened to us here. But to be honest, because my kids used to me waffling on about God and Our Lady and stuff, they were like, oh, here she goes again, she's off her rocker. But it was my husband's testimony and what he said about what he experienced here that actually was the turning point for my kids. And then, so that was on October at Halloween, and then on Easter time, the same year, we booked it, and my 2 youngest sons, Padraig and Cahill, came out with us. And I said, we're going to Medjugorje, and they said, Mummy, we'd rather go to Disneyland. And I said, listen, do you want peace? And they said yes. And I said, right, we're going. And we came out here, and again, I didn't tell them, I said, you don't have to go to Mass, you don't have to say the Rosary. I'm just bringing them out, and I said to Our Lady, I'm bringing your children out here, now you do your work. And that's exactly what she did.
What happened?
The two boys just loved it. They had great peace, they had their own beautiful experiences with Our Lady. One of my sons, Father Leon, as you know, he's an amazing priest here. He's like a wee superstar, isn't he?
Beautiful priest. Amazing. Yeah.
He actually gave one of my sons his own rosary beads.
Wow.
And said they had been blessed by Our Lady at an operation with Maria, and that they were for him.
Wow.
And that he was searching for him to give them to him. So, yes, we've had just so many blessings and graces, and you want to share that with everybody else.
Yeah.
So, I just had such joy and peace here, and it is heaven on earth, as you know, and you just want to come back and you want to tell everybody else about it. So.
And you have a favorite spot in Medjugorje?
Oh my goodness. Well, a lot of things happened for us, graces and blessings across the mountain for me and my husband. The miracle of the sun and
things which touch very deeply.
Yeah.
You know?
Seeing the Eucharist here in the sun was a massive thing for me, because I get upset now because my father, as he was a living saint, but he and I had an argument, discussion about the real presence of the Eucharist. And we were actually up in Donegal, and he said to me he didn't believe that the bread and wine was the body and blood of Christ. And I got really upset. And I was actually crying. I said, Daddy, why do you not believe this? I mean, but because of all the abuse that had gone on in the church, it had turned him away, and he had his reasons.
Understandable, human-wise.
Yes, but Daddy lived out the faith every day. He was a living saint.
That's what it's all about. We have to live it. Walk
exactly,
the talk, no?
Exactly, and that's what I have to learn from him.
I have to learn it too. Every day get more sinful, more.
We're not out here. People say, "Oh God, I forget you're awful holy or religious." No, I'm not.
Me neither.
The reason I'm actually out here is because I'm a sinner. I want to be holy. I'm not out here as a Holy Mary or Holy Joe, as they say. I'm out here because I am a sinner, and I want to get holy. I want to come closer to Christ. And to Our Lady, and she brings you there slowly but surely.
Yes,
sometimes
slowly, gently, sometimes pushing. It's stronger than.
Because that's why, like even say I come out of Mass, that's why you just feel the graces here, and you feel the presence of Christ when you go to Mass here. I mean, I can honestly say I'd gone to Mass at home in Ireland, but I actually had never really been to Mass until I came here. And I was here when you listen to Father Leon talking about the presence, the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist, that you actually 100% believe it. You actually know that it is true, that you're receiving Christ. And that's the big turning point for me anyway. It was,
It's the center of our faith, the personal connection, union with Christ. For our Protestant friends, there is no more union than taking Holy Communion.
It is. We have been given this gift. It's not, I keep saying that even to the girls in school. This is not, us going to Mass to keep, to fulfill our Catholic obligation. It's a gift that's being given to us. It's not a gift we're given by us turning up, oh God, I'm giving you a sacrifice in an hour of my Sunday or whatever. Christ has given the gift to us in the Eucharist every single day, and most definitely every Sunday. And that's why, as I say, when Daddy argued with me, I said to him when he died, Daddy, you're going to heaven. And when you get there, you're going to know that the Eucharist, that is the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist, and you're going to let me know.
And he did, no?
Yes.
He let you know, I'm for sure. That's a place here in Medjugorje where heaven is touching us, where you can get these signs.
Oh,
but you
100%.
can get it all over the world. You just pray from the heart, and there will be signs.
Yes, and that's very true, Tom, because before I came here, as I said, I wanted to come here for 30 years. And Our Lady, so I had read every single book from Wayne Weibel's books, Father Slavko's books, the Visionaries' books, Mariana's books, 10 times. But Our Lady says that there's lots of people who can't come here. You don't need to come here. because she's heaven touches earth, and you know, her blessings go out to everybody in the world.
Yes, you just ask and receive. Our faith is childlike, simple, you know. Somebody out there who needs to listen to that, right? Childlike, simple. Wherever you are, and if you want to come to Medjugorje, ask, and you should receive. It's not about money. You will find the way.
Oh,
no.
Well, this is the irony of it is, before I actually came out to Medjugorje, and we had 4 children. I was working part-time. Teachers don't get paid very much in the north of Ireland. We need a pay rise, but that's another story for another day.
For it.
Exactly. Yeah. Well done. That's right. But anyway, my husband is a big into GAA, and he was in a GAA draw, Christmas ballot. And one year I kept saying to him, I want to go to Medjugorje, I want to go, and he kept saying, we can't afford it. We have to pay these fees, that fees, whatever it may be. We want to go on holiday somewhere else with the kids. And he actually won a Christmas draw. That was the Down GA Christmas draw. And he won like £3,000. I was like, Our Lady gave us the money. And I said, right, we're going to Medjugorje. And he was like, no, we have to pay this. But you're not going to believe this. He actually won the draw the next year as well. I mean, can you imagine? Like, of all the people that were in that draw, and he won the second prize.
Pay raise.
Yeah. Here, I'd need to win it about 10 times to get the, you know, what anyway.
Yeah.
But
be grateful and receive more.
Well, do you know what it is? You don't teach for the money. That's one thing for sure.
Exactly. I see you're a woman from the heart. As Our Lady wants, from the heart, not for the money.
Yeah,
from the heart, and the money
you don't
will come.
Definitely. You're not teaching for the money.
Yes.
But I mean, I've been blessed, and you know, I've been blessed because the school I actually teach in is Our Ladies.
It's your passion, no? I can
Our
see
Ladies Grammar School. So you know, we're teaching in a school, and we're blessed with the most wonderful girls. Honestly, the most wonderful girls.
And that is Catholic faith lived. You know, we have to live from the heart, not double-minded. I do this because 8 o'clock in the evening I want to go home, money. No, it must be enjoying the moment, living.
Yeah, too right.
Find your vocation.
Yeah,
you know?
and Medjugorje has helped me with that, because before that I was just, I would have said it was probably tepid in my faith. I had faith, don't get me wrong, I did, but you know, just everything in life gets in the way and you're always busy. And then you come out to Medjugorje and you're just at total peace and there's total calm, and it's just.
And what would you tell? Very important in Medjugorje, confession.
Oh.
What would you tell people?
Oh my goodness.
Beauty, why not to be scared?
Oh my goodness. I mean, truthfully, I used to go to confession just to fulfill my obligation once a year. And whenever we came out here, the first day I went to the talk with Father Leon, and he said about the power of confession.
And go to the talks with Father Leon when you come here.
Oh,
very important.
My goodness. And even his 10-minute talk before Mass is just Holy Mass is out here. Yeah. But we actually had been to confession. We listened to Father Leon, and I said to my husband, right, we're going to confession, and he was very adamant that he wasn't going. And we actually went and we did the confession, but it was the old childish confession, you know. Said a few swear words. It's cheeky to this person, whatever it might have been. And that night I went to bed, and someone woke me up in my sleep and said, you have to go back to confession, and next time you have to do your true confession. So I woke my husband up and I said, we're going back to confession again. And he said, no, we're not. I said, yes, we are. And he said, I don't know what to say. And I said, look, we just have to tell our true sins. I said, I could write your sins out for you if you want. That's what Leon says about. So once we went back to confession, and Peter had an amazing confession with Father Leon. I mean, Father Leon actually gave him a spiritual healing as well. It was unbelievable. And then once we went back to confession, I was after day 2. That's when all the graces started to happen with us. Yes. So once we went to confession, everything happened. The
channel is clean. The Holy Spirit can flow to us.
Yeah.
We are clean. The pipeline is
Thank
clean.
God.
No blockage.
I know. And just have to try and hold on to it. It's hard. You know.
And you pray the rosary now?
Always did anyway.
With your husband now?
Oh yes, yeah.
Wow. And you see changes in your marriage?
Yeah. Well, we always had us. We're married 30 years, so we actually came out here for our 30th wedding anniversary. And again, we weren't going to come out. We'd had a big family holiday in Italy, which was lovely. And niece had got married, and we were thinking, we can't come out to Medjugorje for our wedding anniversary because we don't have the money, and we've spent the money we had. And then just before my wedding anniversary, my husband said to me, what would you like? And I said, listen, the only thing I want is to go to Medjugorje. And he sort of went,
oh,
and,
righty. Yeah.
we can't afford it. And then he remembered.
Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly. Oh, you are so right. Yeah, yeah. So that's why we're married 30 years. Happy wife.
Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a good husband.
Yeah, definitely. No, I have a great husband.
I
a great
know,
husband.
I can see it in your eyes because you're a good person as well.
Ah, thank you. Well,
it's an interaction.
I know. So he then remembered we had this wee bit of money that he had stashed away somewhere, and it was, you're not going to believe this, and then my younger son said that he would like to come out with us as well. I asked him would he like to come out, and he said, because I didn't want to leave him on his own, the other kids were all off doing things, and he said yes, I'd like to come out too. So we came out, and my husband it was £2,600 and it cost £2,550 to come here.
That's how it goes. It's not about money. You pray about it. Should you come to Medjugorje, you will feel the call, and everything will be arranged by Our Lady.
Yeah, yeah.
And at the end, what would you tell people? Why come to Medjugorje? What time?
Oh, 1,001 reasons, but Our Lady is here. This is heaven on earth. Heaven touches earth here. People are afraid to come out. I was afraid to come out. But once you come, there's nothing to be frightened of, because it's actually such a blessing and such a grace. Your heart's changed, and it just sets you on the right path. It doesn't mean to say you're any holier than anybody else that hasn't been.
Just get healing, you get healing. You get
that is it, exactly. You're healed. You feel such peace here. The peace you have here is the peace that Our Lady speaks about. And when you're here, this sounds all, everything else goes out the window. Any troubles you have, whatever anybody's going through in their life. I mean, I've met so many people here who are homeless, who have been alcoholics, drug addicts, people who have had massive conversions. Actually met a guy one day, me and my friend Jeanette, who's with me, when we were at confessions, we actually met a fella from Belfast, from Ballymurphy, called Patrick MacDonald, and we got chatting to him, and he had a massive conversion experience, and he actually has set up a prayer group back home in Belfast, in Ballymurphy, and it is something else. He is doing the Lord's work, and we now attend it through meeting him. So there have been so many fruits of Medjugorje. You come back, and then you bring Medjugorje hopefully home with you, and you pass it around.
Everybody can do that as well. Start a prayer group. Don't complain about the church. Help the priest. Pray for the priest. Pray for the politicians. They all complain. We should do different, constructive, positive.
Yeah. When I came back from Medjugorje, because Our Lady was telling us to live out the message, confession, prayer, fasting,
Bible reading.
Exactly. The 5 stones. The 5 stones. So obviously I was trying to live the messages out. I was trying to. Not a wee bit of success before I came here. But we had started a rosary group up in Our Lady's in our school on a Wednesday afternoon. And it started off just in the month of October.
Well, the month of the rosary.
Exactly. And then a lot of staff came to it, and it just grew and grew and grew. And so after October was over, it was actually an English teacher, actually, Fiona Barr, said to me, Jeanette, would you not keep this on after the month? So this didn't come from me, this came from another teacher, and I said, actually, yeah, I will. And we kept it on, and that was 10 years ago, and it's still going. And then after I came back from Medjugorje, in the morning time in school, I had a wee bit of free time, because it was no longer a year ahead, and I decided I would go around and pray the rosary in the morning, just on my own. And one day I went round, and 2 girls met me, maybe, Mrs. Fitzsimons, where are you going? I'm going to the oratory to pray the rosary. Can we come? Yeah, of course. Teacher, Jeanette, where are you in the mornings? I'm around the oratory saying the rosary. Can I come with you? Yes. And so for the past 2 years now, we have had the rosary every morning. There are lots of staff who go to it. Actually, I think the staff probably get more out of it than the pupils do in the morning time. It's so beautiful, lovely way to start the day. And loads of the pupils now come as well. So we have rosary now. We pray the rosary every morning, and also now on a Wednesday afternoon. And I would say to all schools, all Catholic schools, if you're, that's what they need to do. Start a rosary group in your school. And even if you feel, well, this isn't, the school has become secular, or it's going to go against, what parents want, or against maybe what some of the staff want. No, just have the courage. It took me courage to do it, because people were saying to me, oh, I didn't know you were a holy Joe, I didn't know you were this. God, Jeanette, you've set up a rosary group. Because it's not about that. as I'm saying, we're all the same. Yeah. We're all the exact same, and everybody needs it. Everybody needs the peace. Everybody needs the healing. Everybody's a sinner. Doesn't matter what you've done.
That is coming through the rosary prayer. It's the weapon of our times, as Pater Pio said. And the schools will be aligned again in the teaching of Christ. Yeah. Everything will come fall back in order. Yeah. No? Like a good mother does to bring everything in order again.
Yeah. Like sometimes, like every Wednesday in the mornings, I'm saying to the girls every day, girls, remember, rosary's on tomorrow morning. And then the girls actually laugh now because I said so often, but sure, it's like Our Lady here, she's constantly asking us to do things and I don't do them. Do you mean Our Lady constantly saying, you know, fast, I find that difficult, you know, she's asking us I do pray the rosary every day, and because I get so much, it's a gift to us. Again, it's her gift to us. Praying the rosary is Our Lady's gift to us. And and she says, if you pray the rosary, your family will be protected. Your marriage will be protected.
You see, no, more spiced up the marriage.
Yeah, not that much.
Oh, so you have to pray more.
He has to, anyway.
All right, thank you for that beautiful interview.
Thank you, Tom.